Bad Neighbours 2 stars Seth Rogen, Rose Byrne, Chloë Grace Moretz and Zac Efron and is the sequel to the 2014 movie Bad Neighbours. Now that movie kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't have really high hopes for it. I do love Seth Rogen. I pretty much love all of his movies. But at that point, Zac Efron, for a comedic standpoint, was really an unknown quantity. But came out of nowhere and I loved it. It was really, really funny. The follow-up, not quite as good as the first, but still a pretty enjoyable movie. Now in the sequel, instead of a fraternity living next door, we have a sorority living next door. Chloë Grace Moretz's character is a university freshman. She wants to rush a sorority, but she finds out that sororities in America don't allow parties, only fraternities do. And because her and her friends want to party without being sexually objectified by all these frats, they want to move off campus and have a sorority that can have parties. And in some great crazy coincidence, they end up moving next door to Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne, who are in the process of trying to sell their house. Now they have a 30-day escrow, and pretty much means if in the next 30 days the buyers want to back out, they can without any legal ramifications. And of course, all the girls want to do is party. So with this situation, we get a lot of the same sort of jokes and sort of setups from the original. However, in this time it's girls instead of guys. Now Zac Efron's character hasn't really progressed as much as his friends have in this movie. He's sort of still trying to live that fraternity lifestyle even though he's in his mid-20s now and all of his friends have moved on to bigger and better things. He's sort of stuck in that university lifestyle. Now when he finds out the girls are moving next door, he wants to mentor them, wants to sort of go back to his glory days, but it doesn't take long for him to get kicked out, and he teams up with Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne to take them down. And like the original movie, there really is no antagonist in this movie. It's more just, you know, people with different ideals, different points of view, and then you have your conflict for your movie. Now, as this is a comedy, let's talk about some of the jokes. Some of them are good, some of them not so much. I did get a few really good chuckles at some points. Sometimes the jokes fell a little bit flat. May have something to do with the fact that the cinema I was in only had like 3 other people in it, so you didn't get that whole big like full cinema of people laughing. But yeah, I just didn't really feel like the jokes were as on point as the original Neighbours. Which is really kind of a shame, seeing as it's a comedy starring Seth Rogen, pretty much one of the kings of comedy in the movie space right now. Most of the time, I love his movies. This Is the End was fantastic. Knocked Up was great. So it's a bit of a shame that not a lot of the jokes hit home. A lot of them were reused jokes from the first movie. A lot of them are brand new jokes, but just didn't hit quite as well as I would have. But like I said, I did get a few really good chuckles out of this movie in certain points. There's also this weird sort of gender equality undertone throughout this movie, and I feel that at some points it kind of took away from the comedy aspect, but at the same time it was trying to send a decent message about, and it is a true fact that sororities in America can't throw parties, yet frats can. So at the same time as it was trying to be this, you know, really sort of immature comedy, it was trying to send a kind of mature message throughout the whole thing, and it sort of resolves itself in the end. It's a bit, you know, soppy, and it's a sort of typical comedy feel-good ending, which is okay. It just feels like the message got in the way of the comedy on a few occasions. But hey, if you like your comedy movies with a nice message throughout the whole thing, maybe this is the movie for you. All in all, like I said, I did get a few good belly laughs out of this movie. It is quite enjoyable if you're just going out to see a movie during the weekend, so maybe if you like the first one, definitely go check this one out. So all that being said, I'm giving Bad Neighbours 2.5 out of 5 Seth Rogens. So have you seen Bad Neighbours 2? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Click right here for all your movie needs. And as always guys, catch you in the next one.